share their information and content. And if anybody wants to take that content and share it, that's the whole purpose.
So
sharing is caring.
So now I got a question, because I don't know how it works in Canada. Do you have a?
Looks like I dropped off there, man.
Yeah,
But
man. Yeah, I heard that. We're talking about the website, though, and we're talking about how we can intertwine both of these ideas together. So, Matt, real quick, do you, with the website, do you have like a business attached to that, or is it just a website by itself?
No, the way how I sort of envisioned it was that we had a movement, we had a place for collaboration, and then we haven't built the business yet, which is going to be the intellects, which we own the website, but haven't had time to build it. And, with that, a lot of inventors don't know the steps. A lot of them have their peers telling them, oh, get a patent, get a patent, get a patent. And sometimes that's morally wrong for them, where they feel that their creations come to them for free, therefore they should give them for free.
Right.
So, in a sense, what we want to do eventually is turn the intellects into the third wing of what we're doing, and have it so people can come on that have their invention, that, we can give them work, whether it's building Tesla coils or little water turbines or, water fuel cells for making their own fuel, just whatever they want, whatever their passion is.
No, I mean, that's beautiful. I mean, I know some of the stuff that we're going to put out with our nonprofit, Life is Life Training, which LILT Radio is a branch off of. We have some things that are certain kinds of plant-based lighting in the house, and mushroom grow cabinets, and all sorts of stuff when it comes to alternative energy in order to make your house completely energy efficient and sustainable. I mean, it's phenomenal that our houses aren't built like dwellings. They're just built as boxes, They're just built as just like
it's
walls.
CO2 and all that.
Yeah, it's literally like in the old days when you had castles and everything was just like built into the walls, and there was nothing really inside the castle, it seems. And here you got these flat walls, and like we got shelves, cool, but there's no integration with water, so you can have like planter shelves, have misters or humidifying cabinets.
Aquifer.
Huh?
A type of aquifer that just mix the air with water to lower the CO2 level in the building.
I mean, so many different things that having access to water in the walls would do. I mean, it just, there's a lot. So that's pretty awesome. Like I said, I think there's going to be a lot of opportunity. What I was saying, Max, before you cut off, was there's going to be a lot of opportunity. I'd love to set up with you and get you set up with the app with you and Alien, because then you guys can podcast together. Either one of you controls the mixing board, and then you go live, and then you Skype with the other guy, or you guys can you can go by yourself if you got some type of invention that you want to get out there, and you're like, hey, this is Max with an update.
Videos.
Huh?
We wanted videos for inventions.
Videos?
Yeah.
Well, that's something too. We're doing.
Because we utilize YouTube for that.
Yeah, and we definitely, if you've got some videos
and all that,
do you have videos already?
Well, my channel is Matt Hydro 2035, and I did 2 videos on water is a clean fuel.
Okay.
The secret is out,
Okay, water is a clean fuel?
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. So
and my YouTube channel is under H2O Plasma Plug. Or I can also be found as Matt McMahon Inventor, and I have tons of videos. I've built a lot of things and shared them, and have some half-finished projects that I didn't get time to finish, or I didn't have my own mental resources to know how to finish them. Where I'd have been hoping that people would come along that knew how to, but it's not like they're destroyed. They're just put on the shelf for now.
Yeah, well, that's good. You can't, you got to hold on to those kind of projects and really commit for the long term. It comes down to it. you have a whole lifespan. You know, you can't look at these ideals of, oh, I could die anytime, so I'm gonna, you know, I want to get this done now. And that seems to be the biggest fear we have. And we were talking about, Max, you were talking about the society and how nobody's talking about these things. And it's interesting. That's why I started doing what I'm doing here, because most people don't talk about what's really going on in the world in general, whether it's, you know, energy or you know, in technology, sustainability, or, you know, for me, magic and the aspects of controlling the quantum reality and living in the quantum reality as compared to living in a physical reality that isn't just what we're living in, you know, and what that means. Because it can literally drive a person insane if they're trying to exist in a world that they see exist, but everybody else is just like, oh, no, you know, you still have to pay your bills, and it's a set amount, and oh, guess what? You've got to sign a lease next year, and we can raise the rent. I mean, we weren't taught this stuff, and I know it's different in every country, but we weren't taught this stuff in our generations. You know, we're not taught it until we get into life, you know, whatever age you are, however difficult your life is. Once you get thrown out there, then you learn about rent, and then you learn about, you know, different bills, and, you know, if you don't pay enough on this bill, you can't get, or on the electricity, and you try to get new electricity somewhere, well, guess what? That's the same electricity company. You can't get electricity nowhere, fool, until you pay them their money, you know? And it's just like...
It doesn't make sense that we live in a society where basically our time is used so we can survive, rather than using our time to help everybody survive. It's very singular. You know, I have to survive. I have to get above this other person beside me. It's what money's created.
Yeah. Well, it's, you know...
boundaries that cannot be broken because of society. Society is wired like that. Right? So that's why we need communication. We need to show them that we're here for a reason. We're here to take over the planet.
Well, that's the truth, man, is we have to just we have to bring this community together, because it's very hypocritical how these people who are in front of us leading the world right now, whether they're on the news or they're in movies or, you know, the government, and there are good ones, but I'm saying the majority, they're very hypocritical how they talk about this community, they talk about unity, but their fears are really what dictate their lives, because they separate themselves from the rest of us. You know,
but all they're trying to do is run a business, not create governance, and it's more of cycling money, recycling it, keeping it going so they can take a little piece every time, and so they can grow their own resources, where, you know, then they use those resources to spend our money on things that we don't need or we see no benefit. Like, my prime example, in Canada, we had the microfit program, where the government was subsidizing solar panels and windmills, but that's our money. And guess what? Prices of hydro keep going up.
Prices of what?
Hydroelectric.
Hydroelectric?
Yeah.
So what do you mean prices? What do you mean prices though?
What was that?
What do you mean by prices keep going up? Like, you guys use hydroelectric out there?
No, well, hydroelectric is just one source of energy, and I think it's only 30%. But no, mostly in the, you know, most of the world is coal and nuclear.
Right.
Maybe it's only 22% for hydroelectric, but still, you know, if they go and take taxpayers' money, put up $1 million wind turbine, that gives no benefit to the people. It only benefits the companies that build it and the electric companies.
Well, and that's like you said, recycling money is they literally, you know, hey, we've got this money.
Hydrocarbon fuel, diesel only for power plant.
They don't really use that here, Max.
Yeah, we don't use that. I mean, I don't know, diesel for power plant. I'm not sure. I don't know a lot about energy with that kind of stuff, though.
Well, you're gonna learn.
Yeah, well, that's gonna be fun. You know, I'm always excited to learn something new. I think he actually dropped out there again. You there, Max?
Yeah, I'm here again.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. We got a full signal here. We've been connected the whole time with me and Matt. So.
Yeah, I have my signal right up too, but the forces, man.
The forces at work, they're like, hold on, you can't talk about this in Trinidad.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not sure how the law is out there, man. Is it that crazy? Would they cut you off?
Dude, the things that happen behind doors here, nobody don't even know about it.
Well, I think that's how it is everywhere. You know,
everywhere, worldwide.
I don't know about Canada though. In the U.S., we kind of, our opinion, or at least what we're shown of Canada, is that it's like one of the most peaceful places in the world. You know.
Yeah.
Did you just say Canada is one of the most peaceful places in the world?
I mean, that's at least what I've been shown from my perspective. I mean,
it's all a fallacy of government propaganda.
Really? So South Park's version of Canada isn't really what Canada is?
Yeah, a whole bunch of kids running around swearing. That totally happens, and I was one of those kids.
Oh man.
That's why I like to watch South Park.
South Park is funny.
Yeah. What about the Trailer Park Boys?
The Trailer Park? Oh, is that based out in Canada?
Yeah.
Oh wow. So is Canada and America are pretty much the same thing almost? Or
they're almost identical. It's just
some of that.
Different sections of like we have our own accents too. Where they're out in some rural regions outside of I live in Ottawa, Ontario, and that's in Canada, by the way. And on the outskirts of some of the towns here, where they have other little towns, they have their own accents where they have like somewhat of a southern sounding accent.
Wow.
So that's really the only difference. People are all the same all over the world. It's just basically what resources they have, what type of work is available, language, dialogue. That's really the only difference between Canada and the United States. Oh, and, the fact that the United States is the world power.
Yeah, I don't know about the United States being the world power. I mean, if you really do the study of who holds the power, the United States is really just a mask, and that's the sad truth of it. And that's like what we're talking about with the whole money situation.
But money dictates the world power, and whoever's up there at the top will say, no, you guys can fight with each other so that way I can take some more money.
Well, that's the sad truth, and I always love it because people look at the companies and they're like, oh, well, the U.S., like Ford in the U.S. sponsored Germans and Americans when it came to military equipment in World War II, and it ties into the U.S. version of Ford, and it's like, no, it's not Ford even. It's not the U.S. It's not Germany. It's money. It's power. It's the fact of this is my line in the sand, and you cannot cross it. Oops, sorry about that. I just hit something. Whoa, that's loud. Got a lot of noise there, Max. Yeah, you got a lot of noise there. Are you like in a waterfall?
Sound like you got a flood going on over there.
Right? He's like, I'm down here in Trinidad.
What are you doing?
There's a storm going. You there?
I don't hear Andrew anymore.
Oh, you don't hear me now?
Yeah, like he dropped out.
Oh, man. See, Skype's
we
just...
shouldn't...
Sorry about this, folks.
Yeah, because he's on a different device.
Sorry about this, folks. Gonna come back in here. Give me just a second. Just one moment, folks. Get some music going for you. We're going to continue this interview, though. It's going pretty good. Wazam!
Back. Oh,